today. Wednesday, we're jumping into House of Dragons. This is season 1, episode 6. So we are almost done, I believe, of this season. I think there was supposed to be 10 episodes. I know we're fast forwarding a time jump in this episode, and I'm really just excited to jump in and see what's going to go down. I'm hoping that we're going to get more dragons in this episode, and maybe a couple of fights. I'm excited to see Daemon. He's my favorite character of this show. And then I'm also excited to see Rhaenyra, I believe that's her name, see this new actress is playing her, and the new actress is playing the Queen Mother. So we're gonna figure out what's gonna go on with that situation, and we're gonna see where we are after the murder scene at that wedding. Well, it wasn't even a wedding, it was like the party to a wedding. These Game of Thrones type shows, or Game of Thrones, they just can't do weddings. I'm ready to jump into this, but this is going to be a full reaction from the second and third tier here on the YouTube platform, as well as the second and third tier on my other platform, Patreon. So guys, please sign up to one of those platforms and help support the channel today. With that being said, guys, let's jump into House of Dragons and find out exactly what the Targaryens has got to give. Oh, hey, sis.
Keep breathing. And again.
Healthy.
Kicking like a goat, princess. The Queen has requested that the child be brought to her immediately.
What?
Why? I'll take him myself.
You should remain abed, princess.
Yes, I should. Help me dress.
Princess. You dress?
Shh.
It's coming. The afterbirth.
I'm coming with you.
I should hope so.
Let me take him.
I shall get no such satisfaction from you.
I took a lance through the shoulder once.
My deepest sympathies.
What is it? What is it? What is it?
Fuck.
I thought we were past this.
Laena, it is a privilege to be amongst the first to congratulate you.
Thank you, Lord Caswell.
We are turning back, all right? She can come to us.
Unless you wish to carry me down those fucking stairs.
He's like, no, I actually don't want to carry you down those stairs.
Rhaenyra, you should be resting after your labours. Tell you fetch a cushion for the princess.
There's no need.
Nonsense.
What happy news this morning.
Indeed, Your Grace.
A fine prince. Sturdy. You will make a fearsome knight.
He'll be called Joffrey.
It's an unusual name for a Valerian.
If you don't mind, Your Grace, your daughter has exerted herself heroically and should rest.
Joffrey, his lovers.
I think I called the midwife a cunt.
Oh.
Fathers. Oh, honey.
Do keep trying, Selena.
You don't think to consult me before you name my child.
He's our child, is he not? I deserve some say in the affairs of my own family.
You didn't
I'm
ask.
so interested in our affairs, all right?
We chose an egg for the baby.
Every day an egg leaves the dragon pit princess. I thought it best to escort the lads.
Fine night you were going to make, eh?
Might I?
Father, please may I hold Joffrey?
No.
Sleep in front of the commander of the city watch. Terrible lack of respect.
A certain insolence runs in the family, I'm afraid.
The judgment's gone.
Overmax to heal Princess Aerys.
The Highness. Vamax!
Khalees!
You must hold mastery over your dragon, my
I
young princess.
Darla I got first.
As Aegon has with Sunfire.
You see how it deals.
Once they're fully bound to you, they will refuse to take instruction from any other.
Dracarys Vermax.
Aemond, we have a surprise for you.
Aemond.
What is it? Dragon. How? The gods provide.
Behold, the pink dread.
This one has 60
wow.
rings. And 2 pairs of legs on each. It has eyes. No. I don't believe it can see. It is beyond our understanding.
I suppose you're right. Some things just are. What have you done?
He did it again.
After how many times you've been warned, must I have you confined to your chamber?
He made me do it! They said they found a dragon for me. The last ring has no legs at all. But it was a pig. They all laughed.
He's a child.
He thought they'd happened upon some wild, unnamed dragon alluded to the dragon pit. Are you sure it wasn't our Aegon who put them up to it?
It's a wonder to me their eggs ever hatched.
Why is that?
You know why? I have raised this matter before, and you forbade me to speak of it, so I held my tongue. To have 3 is an insult to House Velaryon and the match you battled so hard to make for her, not to mention decency itself.
One day she escaped her pasture, and the neighbouring stallion sired a foal on her. And the foal, when it was born, chestnut.
The silver stallion. How do you know it was him? Did you witness the act itself?
The consequences of an allegation like the one you twirled would be dire. Do not speak of this again.
Senses lead me astray, or is everyone else asleep, dreaming the same woolly dream?
Sometimes seems so, Your Grace. He knows.
Of course he knows. Or did once, but has convinced himself otherwise. He'll do naught but make excuses for her.
A spider who stings and sucks her prey dry. Spoiled cunt. It's beneath me, Your Grace. I apologise.
In the end, honour and decency will prevail. Meet a hue to that, and to each other. The peg. Was it your plot? No. Aemond is your brother.
Oh, he's a twat.
We are family. We make covenant. We must defend our own.
It was funny.
Do you think Rhaenyra's sons will be your playthings forever? Who will ascend the throne, and Jacaerys Targaryen will be her heir? You are nearly a man grown. How is it that you can be so short-sighted? Rhaenyra comes into power. Your very life could be forfeit. She could move to cut off any challenge to her succession.
Then I won't.
You are the challenge! You are the challenge, Aegon! Everyone in the realm knows, in their blood and in their bones, is that one day you will be our king.
Oh, that's Daemon. Look how big her dragon is.
There's a plum cake yet to be served, which will have us fighting over the crumbs.
And before we come to blows, on the great dragon Balerion, he flew to our aid in Lys and burned a fleet of enemy ships, thus turning the tide.
Aegon the Conqueror.
Aegon.
In the spirit of honouring our storied alliance,
Your aim is to marry one of our daughters, Your Excellence.
I would not count myself so deserving, my Lady Laena. This manse I would gift to you outright, along with its farms and lands. You would have your freedom of the city and the harbour, as befits your royal station. The Triarchy has made common cause with Corem Martell of Dawn. My aim is to protect Pentos from the lustful eye of the Triarchy. Aid Pentos in this.
Excellence, we are travellers. We've already extended our visit here.
It's a most generous offer, and one we will certainly entertain.
You are considering Prince Reggio's offer.
We have a good life here.
They are using us.
It's refreshing, isn't it?
We are not minstrels or mummers who play at the pleasure of an alien prince. We are the blood of old Valyria. We don't belong here.
Valyria is gone. We don't belong anywhere.
I want my child to be born where I was born, on Driftmark. And at my end, I want to die a dragon rider's death. Not that of some fat country lord.
Lads have learned together, trained together, knock each other down, pick each other up.
Don't stand too upright, my prince. You'll get knocked down.
I've won my first bout to Christian. My opponent sues for mercy.
Let's see if you can touch me. You and your brother.
Weapons up, boy. Give your enemies no quarter.
You question my method of instruction, sir?
Oh, I merely suggest that method be applied to all your pupils.
Jacaerys. You spar with Aegon.
It's hardly a fair match.
I know you've never seen true battle, sir, but when steel is drawn, a fair match isn't something anyone should expect. Foul play. I'll deal with him. Stay on the attack. Use your feet. Stay on the attack. Enough. You forget yourself, Strong. That is the prince.
This is what you teach, Cole.
Your interest in the Princeling's training is quite unusual, Commander. Most men would only have that kind of devotion toward a cousin or a son.
You did it on purpose.
Princess, there's been an incident in the yard.
Ours, James Harwin! Shame on the whole of House Strong, because I laid my hands on that insufferable Cole.
You have laid us open to accusations of an uglier treachery. Your intimacy with the Princess Rhaenyra is an offense that would mean exile and death.
Spun by the princess's rivals.
People have eyes, boy. His Grace the King, it seems, will not accept what his eyes see.
I wish my father affected a similar blindness.
Have I not? These many years.
You have your honor. And I have mine.
To ease the pain, Princess.
I fell down.
Where have you been?
Oh, with Carl. Swells the breast.
Would you mind, Sir Carl? I would like to speak with my husband.
War is afoot again in the Stepstones, Rhaenyra. They're waylaying ships and cargo. Carl's been fighting there. After all this time, this is just what I need. A little adventure. To be back at sea.
Are you mad? Dark rumours are hunting us, Laenor. They nip at our heels. Vile, disgusting insinuations.
Insinuations, are they?
True father will not abandon them now to go carousing through the narrow sea, waggling his sword and winking at his sailors.
I am a knight. I am owed some.
You are owed nothing. The rarest of wines. Fuck the lustiest boys. You do not desert your post when the storm lashes.
The wise sailor flees the storm as it gathers.
As your princess and the heir to the throne, you are commanded to remain in King's Landing and at my side.
See what happens? Oh God, he's such a bit. See the language.
It's been 8 years, sweetling. Half of them never do, you know.
What?
Hatch. Well, who let you stay?
The Prince of Pentos. He wants you and father. And Baela.
There is more than one way to bind yourself to a dragon. And now I ride a Vhagar, the largest in the world.
That's right.
If you wish to be a rider, you must claim that right. Your father will tell you the same.
Father ignores me.
Rhaenyra has delivered another son.
There's a marked but entirely coincidental resemblance to the commander of the City Watch.
I miss my brother, Daemon.
I miss Westerosi strong wine.
Do you never long for home?
No.
If you did, you would venture into the city, but instead you spend your time here, in the library.
No, I was being so minutely observed.
You do not sleep.
Well, how can I, with you haunting my every move?
Perhaps I too am not the wife you would have wished for yourself.
Laena.
I have made my peace. But you are more than this, Daemon. The man I married is more than this.
Why was this issue not brought before Lord Grover? Has he grown so feeble he cannot settle a quarrel over rocks? Well, he is also a Tully. And this remains a Tully problem.
Ooh.
We may move on, my lords.
And yet, the Brackens and the Blackwoods will use any excuse to spill each other's blood. This dispute bears looking into. There will be country folk who know where the lines have been drawn for generations.
Address the latest developments in the Stepstones, my lords.
Never be shut of that blasted place. Honestly, I think to trust a Martell is to be disappointed.
It was a decade ago, and he has since left the region undefended.
We have left it undefended. Watchtowers, a fleet of ships, a garrison of soldiers sent to hold our ground.
We cannot afford it. We must consider the cost to our subjects.
I must
The
agree.
cost of war is greater. But we have been lax, and the old monster now lifts its head. Wait. I wish to speak.
Be seated.
I have felt the strife between our families of late, my queen. But we are one house. Long before that, we were friends. My son, Jacaerys, will inherit the Iron Throne after me. I propose we betroth him to your daughter, Helena. Let them rule together.
A most judicious proposition.
Syrax brings forth another clutch of eggs. Your son, Aemond, will have his choice of them. Symbol of our goodwill. Oh, seven hells.
The king and I thank you for your offer, and we will consider it duly. How sweetly the fox speaks when it's being cornered by the hound. For me to marry my only daughter to one of her plain-featured sons.
Plain-featured sons.
Let us put aside these childish quarrels. Join hands and be stronger for it.
When I am cold in my grave.
Alicent.
Her father really jammed her feelings.
The hand, you guys.
The king is resting.
I will see him.
Oh, and she don't like the hand because of the sun.
What might this errand be about, Lord Lionel?
Shut up.
I have come to resign my position as Hand of the King.
Young Harwin's outburst was unfortunate, it's true. But he's been expelled from the City Watch. That seems punishment enough.
Forgive me, Your Grace, it is not.
You have served me faithfully for many years. Your advice has been sage, unmarked by self-interest.
But there is a shadow over my house, and it grows ever darker. I can no longer serve you with integrity.
Name it if it casts such a gloom.
We must have your reasoning in plain language.
I hate her. I really hate her.
Then I cannot accept this.
My dear husband.
I said no. You will continue in your service to the crown.
I would then ask leave to take my son from court and escort him back to the family seat at Harrenhal.
Do it.
Because she wants a son. He would be killed. She real pressed? Hair flip. Where you going? He needs help. She's gonna get really bad soon. Oh God, this guy.
I took the liberty of beginning without you, Your Grace. It's been my duty to tell you of happenings about the castle, but tonight you know, and I do not. Interesting you said attempted.
My lord husband refused to accept. With his eruption in the yard, your brother all but confessed the truth himself.
Did you expect the king to doom his dear daughter to exile, or even... It's a willful blindness. The king.
Lord Lionel is to escort Sir Harwin back to Harrenhal to watch over his seat whilst he continues to serve as Hand.
My father cannot give unbiased counsel to the king.
Wouldn't hesitate to speak the truth to the king if Otto Hightower was still at hand.
You cannot say, my queen.
In all of King's Landing is there no one to take my side?
A murderer? A deviant? A traitor to the crown? I am prepared to offer you mercy. Prepared to pay a little price.
Must push! Now, my lady!
Child will not come. Try to remove the infant by way of the blade.
Might a mother survive it?
No.
Dracarys! Dracarys!
I'll visit when I can.
Damn.
I will return. I promise.
He's gonna die. Those people are gonna kill him.
I will be a stranger when we meet again.
We will exchange letters by Raven. Won't that be fun?
Is Harwin Strong my father? Am I a bastard?
You are a Targaryen. That's all that matters. We're finished here. We're leaving.
What of your offer? Jace and Helena?
I have been undermined.
To Dragonstone then?
I should have left years ago.
You always said if you were absent from court, she would pour her honey in your father's ear.
The wise sailor flees the storms it gathers. Bring him. We'll need every sword we can muster.
To Dragonstone. Burn him alive.
What are children? But a weakness, a folly. Through them you imagine you cheat the great darkness of its victory. You persist forever in some form or another, but for them you surrender what you should not. You may know what is the right thing to be done. Love stays the hand. Love is a downfall. Best to make your way through life unencumbered.
They're dead.
You've heard the stories of Harrenhal, your grace, built in hubris by Harren the Black as a monument to his own greatness. It is said to be a cursed place.
You pass judgment.
The Queen makes a wish.
Ha ha ha.
Paris. I did not wish for this.
I feel certain you will reward me when the time is right.
He's like Cersei, a male Cersei. I love comparisons. well, goodness. Yes, so we got a male Cersei. He's up to no good and he's causing a muck. At the ending, you see where we're going to pick up in the next episode all these fractured relationships. The father lost his crime about his daughter. I feel like some shit's about to happen now. He's going to probably turn on his daughter. You never really know, dealing with that queen. Never trust a lady in green. But then this guy, Laena, whatever the fuck his name is, he is a hot toddy mess, but we needed somebody like him to be pulling the strings. They cut those people's tongues out so they can't tell of their crimes. Very smart, very smart. That gay guy, I forgot his name in the show. Forgettable. And I cannot believe Laena died. Damn. And I read something online like a month ago about Laena writing one of the largest dragons writing the largest dragon at this time, which this dragon is the second largest dragon after the black, what's it called? What was the biggest dragon called? It wasn't called the blacksmith. Was it called the blacksmith? It might have been called the blacksmith. I didn't even mention that in this episode. Now I'm thinking about it. Whatever the black whatever dragon, this was the second biggest one, so she did write it, but I didn't think they were going to kill her off like that. Damn, if I was a woman in that time, I just want to get pregnant. I know, and then people wouldn't want to be with me, and I'd probably be condemned to death. But I'd be like, damn, if I have a baby, I don't know if I'm going to live or die. Like, I would, if I'm good at 2, I'd be like, nope, we're not having no more. We are not having no more. These odd numbers always gets us. But regardless, this is a pretty good episode. I would give it an 8.5 to a 9. I found it very enjoyable. It definitely was a building story type arc episode. And I feel like moving forward, things are just going to pick up and get really intense. That's how I feel. That's my prediction. Let's see if I am right. With that being said, guys, if you see this reaction, realize that you are not subscribed. Hit the subscribe button, so please like and share this content because it does wonders for this channel. And I'll see you all next time on Andres El Rey.